I have learned more about my art from being involved in this. So I am so grateful and honored that they have agreed to do this. So without further ado, I'll hand it over to Bonnie and Ellen.
To be able to put all of your work, Paul, in one room like this and to look at it, does it talk to you differently now than it did when you did it?
It talks to me differently, yes, because when I make each piece, I'm so focused on each piece, it's all about that one. But seeing them all together, I'm seeing how they relate to each other, and it's kind of giving some additional coherence to the work.
Well, I think in all of this, you'd have to ask, what was he thinking when you did that?
What was I thinking?
That's a different...
I wanted to animate the mountains and all the divisions to show the energy radiating from the sun going through them, and that they are in some kind of communication, some kind of unity.
Yeah.
I see a lot of physics in the picture and kind of an intuitive connection with unseen shapes and forms in nature in all of the work.
It is about physics, and I have been fascinated for a long time about the interchangeability of energy and matter and particles and waves, and that energy goes through us and through everything all the time. We just can't see it. So a lot of my artworks, I try to make that visible and make people think about that.
What have you discovered about him as an artist?
He plays with your mind.
But it's also obsessive. But at any one point, it could all turn south, because he can't really scrape the stuff off, and it's precise work, it's anal, it's extremely obsessive, and it doesn't come out looking. In the end, it's all in the service, his technique is all in the service of the idea and what it is that he wants to communicate. So this is the didactic part of what he's saying that he wants us to learn. He wants us to understand and see that. And he's got to find an interesting enough means to engage you so that you will think about it. Is this painting that so many of you like is it specific, is what he's saying specific to this place? Or does it make you think about the condition of the Native Americans in many other places as well, to the winning of the West? He selected a place of South Dakota and North Dakota. But is it only true of that? Or does it have a larger universal? So I'll start the question by asking Paul, how did you get interested in art?
I knew I needed a creative outlet, and I'd always been, from when I was a teenager, fascinated by photography. And so I started to seriously pursue photography, black and white photography, and I started to feel confined, though, because photography always was based on something that already existed. And so I wanted to be able to create things that were just maybe completely out of my own mind. And one day I saw a pile of torn, scrapped photographs, and it looked like, oh, that could be a collage. And so I decided to make a photo collage, and I made a very simple black and white photo collage of a landscape, and that was the beginning of making one-of-a-kind art.
So you didn't have formal art school training?
No, and I intentionally avoided formal training in art because I enjoyed the discovery so much. For me, it was the journey and the discovery and just the fascination with what materials can do.